like that was real into me. She said she didn't have no man, played to give the very best she can. She told me she was all alone. Said I don't, she didn't have no one.
I keep seeing these birds everywhere, and the funny thing is that the original video barely needs a setup. Two male birds notice a female bird, apparently decide normal bird courtship is not going to cut it, and start doing Michael Jackson choreography. That is the entire premise. The video is called Birds for some reason, which feels less like a title and more like the creator giving up on explaining what they made. It was uploaded by Avocado Animations in May, and the song is Chicago by Michael Jackson. What makes it work for me is how seriously the animation commits to the dance. These aren't two birds bouncing around because that would be vaguely funny. They have actual poses and little pauses, and the shoulder movements are absurdly specific. One of them hits this turn like he has been waiting his entire life for this exact patch of forest. The bluebird in particular has way too much confidence. Look at him. That is not a bird trying to find a mate. That is a man who knows the camera is on. Meanwhile, the female bird is just standing there, watching two strangers turn courtship into an audition. The competition gets weirdly intense too. Neither of them wants to be the bird who stopped dancing first. Eventually, I stopped seeing animals entirely. These are just two guys outside a nightclub refusing to admit they are both trying too hard. The ending is probably my favorite part, because after all of this effort to impress her, the two of them seem much more interested in each other. She just realized that she might not be the main character's love interest after all. I also like how good the animation looks. The joke would still work if this were a rough little meme animation, but Avocado put enough polish into it that you can actually watch the movement on its own. The birds have weight, their feet stay planted properly, and the poses read immediately. Even the stupid little head movements are timed to the music. It almost makes the whole thing worse. Nobody needed the bird seduction video to look this good. Apparently Real Birds had some notes, because a couple of days later someone made a version using actual bird footage.
I met her on the way to Chicago, where she was all alone. And so was I, so I asked her for a name.
I expected this one to make the animation look much more ridiculous. It does not. Bird courtship is already ridiculous. One bird is jumping around like it just remembered the floor is lava. Another is spreading every feather it owns. Some of them look like they are trying to transform. You could remove the song completely, and half of these would still look fake. The really funny part is that Avocado barely exaggerated anything. The real birds are already performing. The animation just gave them better music. Some of the footage even has the exact same dynamic as the original. One bird is putting in the performance of its life, while the other one looks completely unimpressed. Imagine spending millions of years evolving a very specific dance, and your target audience just walks away. That has to hurt. The human version is where I had questions. The bluebird's dance looks human enough that people immediately started trying to learn it. There is a full tutorial. Not a joke tutorial either, an actual breakdown of how to do the bird dance. I watched this expecting it to look ridiculous once a human tried it. It doesn't. Once you remove the feathers, a lot of this is just a genuinely decent dance. You can see why the animation feels so smooth, because the movements actually make sense on a human body, which means there are now people who can say, with complete sincerity, that they know the choreography from Birds for some reason. I don't know where that goes on a resume, maybe under special skills, and some people are really good at it. There are videos where the person hits the timing almost perfectly, which creates this very specific problem where I am now judging human beings by how accurately they can impersonate a cartoon bird. Too stiff, not enough bird, try again. The Elden Ring and Night Rain version might be my favorite recreation, mostly because these characters are supposed to look important. Everyone is covered in armor, the world is miserable, half the people you meet speak like they are delivering the final sentence of an ancient prophecy. So watching them suddenly do this dance feels like you caught them during a loading screen. I like to imagine this is what happens after the player dies. The boss doesn't just stand there waiting for attempt number 37. He turns to the other enemies and goes, "Right, from the top. There's also a Team Fortress 2 version now. TF2 barely needs any adjustment because those characters have been doing stupid dances together for years. Soldier, Medic, and Heavy joining a bird courtship routine does not feel like a crossover. It feels like an emote Valve forgot to add. Then somebody made one with the old CDI Zelda characters. This may actually be the perfect format for CDI Link, because he already moves like a badly puppeteered bird. You don't even have to ruin the original animation. Just let him speak for 10 seconds. The dance improves him. After that, I stopped trying to count these. There are Sky versions, VTubers, people's own characters, pretty much whatever you would expect. Some are good, some are just the bird dance with a different model, and once you've seen a few of those, I think you get the idea. The birds themselves also started showing up as reaction images. The blue bird has somehow become recognizable from the pose alone. Someone even made 3D printable models of them, which is useful because if you ever wanted a physical reminder that the internet made you care about the romantic life of 3 cartoon birds, you can now put one on your desk. The more interesting development happened last week, because Avocado Animations actually made another one.
More birds for some reason.
The female bird is back, which is fair. She spent the entire first video watching these two show-offs turn her courtship into their duet. She deserves something. This time she gets the performance, set to Slave to the Rhythm, and I like that the sequel doesn't suddenly pretend any of this needs explaining. They're still birds, they still know Michael Jackson choreography. That's apparently just how this forest works. The best decision is giving her a different energy from the first two. The original guys are showing off for each other almost immediately. She looks like she has had 3 months to think about what happened and arrived with a point to prove. Apparently, the correct response to being ignored by 2 dancing birds is to become better at dancing than both of them. Healthy? I don't know. Effective? Absolutely. What I really wasn't expecting is how much the birds now feel like actual characters. You recognize the blue one immediately, same with the red one. When the female bird comes back, it genuinely feels like someone returning for a sequel, rather than just another random bird. They even have plushies now. We are dangerously close to needing names. That is where I draw the line. The second somebody uploads a bird family tree, I am gone. I think part of the reason I keep coming back to the original is that it never asks very much from you. It's bird courtship, Michael Jackson, and an animator who put far too much effort into both. You see the blue bird hit that first pose and you're basically caught up. Unfortunately, Chicago has also been stuck in my head for 3 months, so thanks for that. If there is a third bird video, I am not covering it. Unless the bird has a gun,